You know, they say defense travels, and for the defending world champs, it's traveled in style out west as the Raptors have held LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Damian Lillard to a combined 9 of 38 from the field, all with season lows in terms of points against the Raptors. They hit Dallas on Saturday night, which means they're going after Luka Doncic and the Mavs, the number 2 rated offense in the NBA. Luka to Seth Curry, locked and loaded for 3. Luka past Pascal Siakam for the floater. 26 points, 15 boards, 7 assists. More on him in a moment. Siakam, there's that defense. Setting up Norman Powell. And then Siakam flying in for the block.
Oh, what a great effort there.
Layup on the other end for Siakam.
Oh, what a nice pass by Freddie VanVleet.
Who had 15 points and 7 assists. Toronto up by 7 at halftime. Third quarter, Kristaps Porzingis out of the post.
Nice little pivot there for the shot. Good footwork.
Dorian Finney-Smith to KP, who had 20 on the night. Toronto turns it over. Dallas is out and running. DeLon Wright ahead of the pack.
Great hustle by Porzingis, diving on the floor, sacrificing his body, making winning basketball plays.
Raptors hanging in. Fred VanVleet knocks down the 3. Then off the turnover, it's Norman Powell. They're within 2. Luka.
It's Luka time.
Oh! Slow walking.
The slowest step to set up the floater. Beautifully done. Dallas hangs on to win it 110 to 102. The Raptors wrap up their 5-game trip 3-2. They'll be home Monday against the Charlotte Hornets as they shoot 37%. For Dallas, they moved to 7-5 on the season. After the game, Seth Curry told us how much better this version of the Mavs is than the one he played for 3 years ago.
It's a completely different team. Obviously got 2 different centerpieces in Luka and KP, much younger team, and running a different system. So I had to come in trying to get integrated into a whole different system, but we're learning on the fly and trying to get up to a good start this season.
Seth, it's your boy Rex.
What's going on?
Hey, man, what's it like having so many non-shooting bums in your family?
Man, it's rough. It's rough, man. You can never find a good horse game.
Man, how you doing? I'm so proud of you. And tonight, what was it like getting in there, getting the rhythm, 15 big points off the bench?
It was good. It was good, man. First of all, Luka draws a lot of attention on offense. So when we're moving the ball like that, everybody gets involved. We can make it easier on everybody, and we just had to play better, man. We had a couple tough losses this past week where we didn't shoot the ball well. We still didn't shoot the ball well tonight as a team, but we played good offense and good defense for the most part and beat a good Raptors team.
What has really been the point of emphasis over this last week trying to get out of this 2-game losing streak?
Defense, man. Defense. That's what it's about. We got a deep offensive team that can do a lot of different things. But when we get stops like we do tonight, we had 3 really good defensive quarters, and when we do that, we can beat anybody. So it's about locking down defense and rebounding the ball, and then getting out and doing what we do on offense.
That'll certainly be a key for you guys moving forward. But you do have the number 2 offense in the NBA right now in terms of efficiency. What's been the key to making that machine go?
Obviously, we got a lot of talent from 1 to 15. We got a lot of talent that can shoot the ball, drive the ball, make plays, and we got a lot of space with KP and our bigs who shoot it. But Luka's doing his thing all over the floor. He draws a lot of attention, has the ball a lot, and makes a lot of good decisions. So when we start making our 3-point shots at the rate we normally do, we'll be a lot better on offense. So we got a lot of room to improve, even though we start off well.
In case you didn't pick up on it, Rex has known the Currys for a very long time, having played with Dell back in Charlotte in the day. That's why he's messing with Seth a little bit there.
Yeah, used to change his
Not
diapers.
everybody knows that. So.
Literally used to change his diapers. So there you go. That's all.
Okay.
I got nothing else.
All right, that's fair. He mentioned Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, but Doncic is really the catalyst for this offense, averaging, rounding up, 29, 10, and 9 right now. What makes him so well-equipped to be the guy with the ball in his hands?
He's got such a great awareness, and he's such a great decision maker. He's one of those guys, a lot like LeBron and some of the other great players, he's a step ahead. He knows where the ball is going before he even makes a play. Watch here. They come off the steal. He goes on the break. Luka knows right now where he's going with this ball. Look at his head. It's turned. Sees him in the corner. Wide open, sets it up. Now, gets the guy open. Here he comes up. Watch him look him off. He looked at Porzingis, kicks the ball here. Now he's going to get it back off the offensive rebound. Let me see if I can create another shot. He gets in the lane. You again see his head turned. He sees Seth Curry over here. Boom. Pass on target. Two guys fighting for the ball right there. Seth got it, knocked it in.
Right here, coming off late, gets into the paint, head turned, draws all the defenders. And how about this pass, Coach? I mean, just drops it off. Spoon feeding is big. And then late in the game, all Luka time, puts him in the spin cycle, slow walks him. Yep. What great balance he has. He's always, for a guy that's 6'8", Dame Lillard, to me, has perfect balance for a basketball player. For a guy 6'8", Luka Doncic has really, really good balance. And his ability, we talked earlier tonight, his ability to stop. He's got great breaks. His ability to decelerate just keeps people on their heels all the time. What a nightmare to guard.
People will say he's not athletic.
Shoot.
But he's a great athlete.
Great athlete.
He's not an explosive athlete,
right,
but he's a great athlete.
And his vision. Oh.
All right, let's check out the Trailblazers starting a long road trip in San Antonio. LaMarcus Aldridge taking on his old club. Dame in the house. C.J. McCollum starting to round into form, it looks like.
Got off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but starting to see that ball go in the basket. He looks lean and ready to go now.
He had the feeling. CJ goes for 32, 6 boards and 7 assists. Portland up by 8 at halftime. Greg Popovich out for the second half, but not for very long. Didn't like this call on Derek White against Damian Lillard. And he's gone.
Love it. I love riled up Pop.
Well, you'll hear from him in a moment. Riled up Pop. San Antonio responds with Tim Duncan, by the way, leading from the sideline. He got the coaching call. DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan, no. Aldridge is there on the spot. 30 on the night for him to go with 13 boards. And the lead is 2 for Portland. Rudy Gay with a steal.
Rudy Gay in the passing lane.
This is an 18-3 Spurs run.
Young.
And the Silver and Black are up by 11 at that point. But the Blazers had answers. McCollum to Hassan Whiteside and 1. McCollum misses but gets his own.
Oh, bully ball.
Wow.
Bully ball.
We're tied up at 111. They ISO and go to Rodney Hood on the wing.
That's showing some real confidence to go to Rodney Hood when you got Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum.
And when you need a win, this team's been struggling. That was a 10-0 run. DeRozan to the rim, blocked by Hassan Whiteside, then called for a loose ball foul on the back end of that play, which was eventually challenged. It was a mess and overturned, and we played on. Portland wins the game 121-116. This is the first of a 6-game road trip. It starts off on the right way as they were plus 11 in the fourth quarter. Spurs have now lost 5 in a row, 7 of their last 8. Here's a fairly salty Greg Popovich afterward.
What was the coaching dynamic after your ejection?
I don't have any idea what that means.
Who was the head? Who was handling it?
Timmy was.
Okay. Did Becky, it would have been a chance for her to make history tonight. Was that ever a consideration? Or
I'm not here to make history.
Well, he's not this season. He's not here to make history. As you pointed out earlier, he's made plenty of history during his time.
He sure
in
has.
San Antonio.
He spent 2 decades making history there in San Antonio.
But this is their worst start since his first season on the job. That was 22 years ago, and they've blown double-digit leads, in fact, 15 or more in back-to-back nights. What is going on with the Spurs team?
Well, it's been the same thing last year and this year. They were able to overcome it last year a little bit. They're struggling to stop people. I know that sounds strange for a San Antonio team. That's why I think one of the things he had said earlier is he was really happy with their physicality tonight. I think he was talking a lot about their defense. He knows they need to compete harder at that end, and he saw some progress in that area tonight.
It's the first full season without the big three. Tim.
Any of the big three.
Any of the big three. Yeah, first full season. And they've had an unbelievable run. May still be having that run, just in a lull right now. But it's going to be tough digging out of this hole, I think.
As for the Blazers, Carmelo Anthony has reportedly signed now with the team, and we expect to see him sometime soon. We will see the Blazers on back-to-back nights here on NBA TV. All signs point to Tuesday night being his most likely night for a debut as they take on the Pelicans in New Orleans. And, of course, Game Time will have all the scores and highlights. Much more coming up here on this edition of Game Time, including the Greek Freak taking on Indy.